The seasons are changing, and so are we. As you enter into a place of quiet and stillness, your sacred pause, ponder the role of change in your life. This is your space. This is your time. Come, reflect, and respond as we consider seasons of change. Beloved, a year ago, flames raged through my life and burned down some of the things that I held the most precious. Flames of loss, flames of disappointment, flames of pain. I was a mess, and my closest friends know this to be true because they had to prop me up and pray me through all of these moments of devastation. Steve and Jeannie and Lovett and Ian and Tanya, you know, it felt like nothing was left. I couldn't identify my future because everything around me was ashes. But in the midst of it all, a dear friend reminded me of an essay by the great Howard Thurman. In his book, Meditations of the Heart, on page 82, Thurman tells the story of the jack pine tree. The cones of the jack pine tree refuse to release their seeds until the cone is subjected to intense and concentrated heat. Thurman wrote, "The seeds of the jack pine tree will not be given up unless the cone itself is subjected to sustained and concentrated heat. The forest fire sweeps all before it, and there remains nothing but the charred reminders of a former growth and a former beauty." But it's then, in the midst of the ashes, that the secret of the cone is exposed. Beloved, could it be that the fire that swept through your life, maybe your life and mine, the one that took away everything on which we relied and robbed us of what we built, could it be that that fire did us a favor? This devastation, for me, exposed seeds I didn't know were there. It removed all of the trusted props and showed me there was so much more. Without the things I thought were essential, I found my own voice. And these daily meditations are an outcome. Without the trappings on which I lean, I had to rely on God's wisdom, and I began to write a book. Without the security once given to me by the systems and by the people that were now burned down, I learned to be secure in the gifts God had given me, not other people. The fire that ran rampant through my life showed me that my stuff was in the way, and that there was more, so much more, for me to birth and to build and to bless, but I couldn't see it because of the old growth. Now let's be clear, I would have never have invited the flames. And there's some burns and scars. But in the aftermath, I've seen that like the jack pine, the heat loosed life I didn't know was present. It loosed a love for my own being that had lain dormant, and it loosed a wisdom I otherwise would have missed. If life has come at you and the things you love, and they've gone up in flames, allow yourself to grieve. Let your tears wash your eyes clear. Then look around and see what's growing. Look around at the seeds the Spirit has planted, because Thurman ends that meditation like this: it is not too far afield to suggest that there are things deep within the human spirit that are firmly embedded, dormant, latent, and inactive. There they remain until our lives are swept by the fire. That experience releases something that's been locked up. But if released, it calls to the deepest things. And we, like the jack pine, will grow tall and straight and majestic against the sky. If the fire has come, it did not take you out. There is more waiting to grow.